when working out, it seems from experience and literature, the online articles say that afterburn is part of the process, and it sucks. And a lot of people, if they've got the resources, they'll get a massage or sit in a hot tub, linger in the shower, that kind of thing. And one of the things I do when I'm feeling like crap for any reason is I sit here with my cell phone and I look up different details of diet stuff, and it's just a journey, because when you're looking up one topic, it references another topic, and you need to look that up. And when I first started, it was really hard to focus on what all I needed to learn, and it just gradually started to come together. And I think I figured something out, and then I find something else is wrong with it. And there are so many people studying this stuff that by the time I figure out that something's wrong, so has some researcher, and there's a new article online, and the popular magazines have broken it down for the regular reading level people. It's not too often that I need to start poking around in the scholarly research. However, I can understand that, and but it's not necessary. If something really starts to catch on, it'll get in the popular articles, and they're getting better about putting the right information in those. And I think it's part of the web data kind of thing, is they get a lot of feedback on what kind of people read their articles and what other articles are read by the people who read the articles, and that informs how they write. So, but yeah, sit in a comfy chair with your cell phone and look up diet stuff, and then but I just finished those cupcakes. Well, that's what I was going to say. A lot of bodybuilders and athletes have a cheat day. It may not be one day a week, it might be 2 days a month, but it's a time, and it may not even be that often, but they kind of set up a ritual so that it's easier to not eat the things that are tempting when you know that there's a place you could go and get something, and that's your over-the-top day, and you've got a built-up experience with getting yourself back in balance afterwards, because sometimes your body just needs a break from all this. And I think a lot of people are of the opinion that it's better to binge once in a while than to overeat every day. And but if you've lived a very Spartan lifestyle all your life, I've also been through this. When you lighten up on yourself, it is really hard to regulate at first. So there's a lot that can happen with that. When you've got something to focus on, it's easier not to do that. But all sorts of ideas, things, when you were 5 years old and you saw the other kids eating things that you didn't get to have, or you never felt like you got to eat enough of, or something like that, and now you're an adult and you can make your own choices and you can eat 10 of them if you want to. You may have to go through that every once in a while, You may not have to get up over 200 pounds and not be in fighting condition to do it. But, there's a lot of support out there for making good choices. But also it comes with baggage. I made really terrible choices because I didn't like what came along with the good choices. The people who were making good choices were assholes, and I didn't want their voices in my head. And so I was making bad choices just so that I'd be off their wavelength. And, so I don't know, you got to do your own thing for your own reasons sometimes. But eventually, there are crisis points when you really got to start getting your act together. And then if you got a good incentive to keep your act together, you got to keep these little side trips minimal.